Ready? Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you Monday through Friday every week. Today on the show, we open up the Bourbon Advent Calendar for the 22nd time. For our Patreon supporters, this is a bonus video show, so please enjoy this video presentation of us as cleaned up as we can be. My name is Vic New. Please join me in welcoming my co-hosts, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Justine Mays and Scott Sanders.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I think Scott is on my TV that I had when I was 12 years old. My parents gave me a TV, said we're getting a new TV in the living room. You can have this one, and that's kind of what it looked like right there. So yeah,
I'm kind of waiting for like a poltergeist to come through it.
I know. It's weird, right? Yeah.
Dog, I drink.
And he's wrestling with his dog. That's a whole thing. This can't go wrong. This is kind of how the series has gone, actually, though. I mean, it's been a rough series. I don't think we'll do this again next year, but I feel like we got to finish it. So we're at day 22 now, so just a couple more days to go. And
we just got to suffer through 3 more.
Right. Exactly. So, McNeil, you said you had small talk. What is that today?
Okay, so it's the holiday season. I wanted to know what's on your Christmas list that's bourbon themed, but not a bottle of bourbon. Do you have anything like that?
Bourbon themed, but not a bottle of bourbon. Yes, I've got one. One. So now we'll see if I get this. It was a copper cup that was made by hand, old-fashioned, just like the way that used to be made in the 1700s or whatever. Like Paul Revere used to make stuff like that, and it's made
like hammered out.
Yeah, from Jacob
cup.
Bromwell, which is the expensive place that does that. But they had them for half price, so it's still expensive at half price, but for a half price deal. So I passed that along to Santa, and I said, this is what I want, because you can use it for a variety of drinks. I just like my drink. Those copper cups make your drink so cold, and that's what I like. I like a cold drink. So it can be for a Kentucky Mule, or it can be if I'm just drinking a cup of water. Who knows? I like the idea of the copper cup. So that is bourbon themed. I'll be drinking some bourbon drinks out of there, and maybe just bourbon with an ice globe during the summer, that type of thing. So that's my bourbon themed Christmas item. We'll see how I do. I've asked for it. That's pretty good, wasn't it, McNeil? That was better than you thought it was going to be.
That's a great one.
Okay. Justine, how about you? Is it anything from Stumpy's? Is there anything from Stumpy's you don't have? She's got a Stumpy's shirt on. She's got the Stumpy's hat.
I mean, I don't know. If they come out with something new, probably.
Stumpy's pants. She doesn't have any pants, Stumpy's, that say your name on it, please.
They should do their own version of the Wild Turkey onesie.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should get one of
I
those.
would for sure be calling the distillery for that one.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when she calls, they know who she is. So, yeah, it's Laura.
They did not.
They did too. Laura, you told me that.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Laura
okay.
did, but the girl that answered the phone
She did,
didn't.
but Laura did though, and she was there.
Yeah.
Who do you think it matters if knows you? The random lady who answers the phone, or Laura?
Laura.
Yeah, exactly. I had something I wanted to talk to Adam about today, and guess who he had to go to? People may think he's the owner of the company. No. He said, I got to go talk to the boss, and I'll get back to you. And then he called me back and said, she's cool with it. We're good. So, yes, yeah, that's who the real Stumpy is there. That's who the boss is. So, yes, Justine, anything you're looking for, not a bourbon bottle, but bourbon related in some way.
I mean, I could always use some more bourbon candles.
Bourbon candles. Okay. Paul, if you're listening to this, you better get on this, brother. You don't have much time left. So, yeah. It's the time of the year when you do burn candles, so that's a good one. Scott, how about you? You obviously you're a bourbon drinker. You got a large collection. I think we talked to you back in October. You had 350 bottles. I'm sure you're here in December. You've got over 400. But is there anything beyond a bourbon bottle that you'd be interested in for Christmas?
Actually, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. All right. Well, you've got a couple days. So. Okay, all right, McNew asked the question though, so I bet you there's something good here.
Yes, I have something really specific in mind.
What, Scott?
They've got the bourbon body wash and the bourbon cologne and that kind of stuff. No, walk around smelling like you're drunk all day.
You don't need that. No, okay. So don't, if you're listening, do not buy him the body wash or the cologne. He doesn't need that.
It was just a joke that what he said the other day. Will you go lay down?
So,
Sorry.
how about you, McNew? I think we got two different shows going on here. Okay.
So I actually had something really specific in mind. There's a past episode of the Bourbon Buddies, and Katie's talking about like 60s bourbon advertising. And I guess Old Crow had this punch bowl that said like, may you always have like a quarter in your pocket, a bird in your table, and like Old Crow in your glass. And I thought that sounds so cool. So I looked it up. I found it on Etsy and eBay and sent my mom both links. So hopefully she gets it for me.
So you did like I did. You sent it to Santa and you hope for the best. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm like, that is so cool. I want it. We had like this antique buffet that it would look so cool on. So hopefully she can figure out those links and make that happen.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I saw that punch bowl too. It's awesome. So yeah.
I want it. And it came with all the little cups that go with it. It was a complete set, and I just have to have it. So.
All right. That is very cool. So good topic there, McNew. We do drink on this show. What is everyone drinking? We're going to start with Scott here. Let's see what he's got going on.
It's not actually bourbon, but it's Old Hop Widget.
Okay, Old Hop Widget. Is it a beer?
Buy it.
Okay.
Dog's going nuts again.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. You're going to be in the mix. I'll go next. In honor of Justine Mays' birthday, I have birthday bourbon here. So that's one. Here we go.
My birthday? It's not my birthday.
Okay. You know, I'm just being nice. I just did something in honor of your birthday, whenever it is.
It can be my birthday if you're going to give me a present, but I don't want to be another year older yet.
I'm just giving you a cheers on your birthday. So yeah.
Not ready for that yet.
Okay. So Scott's the lead. My birthday bourbon didn't work out as good as I hoped, so I did not pass Scott up. So how about you? What do you got there, Justine Mays?
I'm going to open my Peerless Rye Whiskey.
Okay.
The Gooey Butter Cake.
Gooey Butter Cake. All right. That's good. Pretty well perfection. So that's going to be hard to beat, McNew, but we got to let you try.
Yeah, I can't even beat that. Some Blantons.
Okay. Okay. That was good for Blantons, but not good enough to beat what Justine had going on there.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
I apparently don't own any glasses.
That's all right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's time to open up the Bourbon Advent Calendar. We'll do that in just a few.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're opening up the Bourbon Advent Calendar for the 22nd day.
Yes, we are. So it's amazing how popular Advent calendars have become in the last couple of years. Something that's been around, I don't know, probably since the beginning of time. But somehow, some way, people have managed to add different things in there. When I was a kid, they had the ones where you get a little piece of candy or whatever. And I mean, those are popular if you're a kid, but it wasn't an adult thing at all. But now Advent calendars, I think, are geared more towards adults than they are kids. So, I mean, I see ones where you get a full-size beer, or they got the little mini wine bottles, or there's cheese ones. There's all different kinds of things. There's even ones that are bourbon. But what we do with our Advent calendars, we just go to this little bucket here, and we put in a bunch of different brands, and then we pull one out, and then we talk about that brand. That's our Advent calendar. So we open the door by picking one out at random. It could be, and I do have some couple cocktails and even a couple beers in there, but we'll see what we got. So, okay. I know everyone here has tried this one, Jefferson's Reserve. Jefferson's Reserve. So, what do you guys think of Jefferson's Reserve?
I love Jefferson's.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Jefferson's is solid. That's their base product. So, I mean, nothing fancy about it, but, you know, it's well priced. It's easily accessible. Matter of fact, it's amazing the distribution that Jefferson's has as a, small company. So, yeah, you can pretty much find it anywhere. If they have, if they have 12 different bottles on the shelf, it's likely one of those might be the Jefferson's. That's how popular it is. So, yeah. So
It's a grocery store bourbon here because I can buy bourbon at my grocery store.
Yeah.
It's always on the shelf at Kroger,
hmm
so it's
Yeah.
easy to grab.
yeah. So
Here, too.
that's pretty cool.
Story.
And it's one that you can drink neat. It's a good cocktail bourbon for sure, but it's also one that you can drink neat too. I don't know if it would be your everyday drinker, but you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. Scott, what do you think about Jefferson's Reserve?
It's, I don't want to say underrated. It's one of those hidden bottles. Nobody ever really talks about it, and nobody ever really goes looking for it. But when you happen upon it, it's actually a pretty good value.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a sale not too long ago for only $22 to pick it up a bottle. So I actually bought a couple bottles of Jefferson's Reserve for that price. So yeah, I mean, why not? Just have them in the mix, and they're good and solid, and yeah, it's just kind of in that sweet spot price wise and taste wise. So I'm a fan, and I like the company. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them. We know, of course, as we record this, it didn't happen that long ago. As the show drops, it happened quite a bit ago. And that's the fact that Jefferson's got bought out again. So obviously the Zollers started it. So Trey and his father Chet started the company. They sold out to Castle Brands, and then Pernod Ricard bought them late summer, early fall, somewhere in that range. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Don't you guys think so?
I think so, for sure.
Yeah. They talked about expanded distribution with Pernod Ricard, but I don't know how much more they can get. I mean, they certainly have a lot of products. Maybe it's more products out there. But I understand it's even an international brand at this point. You can buy Jefferson's, like Renee buys it in Canada, which there's not a whole lot of things in Canada. So, but it seems like she's able to buy several different iterations of Jefferson's, which is cool. So it's out there internationally already. So, but we'll see. Hopefully it's good things, and hopefully Trey is still in the mix. You never know when there's change of ownership what happens to your favorite people there, but hopefully they keep him around because he's a cool dude.
I think, Jefferson's, Trey is like the face of Jefferson's, even though he's not on the bottle, but
Right.
it just wouldn't be the same without Trey.
Yeah, I agree. And, the Ocean, we're not talking about the Ocean on this show, but yeah, that's a special product, and I enjoy those. Obviously, you're talking single barrels, and the characteristics are different for each one that you try, and there's some cool stuff that go along with Jefferson's. So, yes, and all three of us are Jefferson's ambassadors, so we were part of the program early on. Yeah, how about that? Scott, what's the name of the dog?
Chloe.
Chloe. Chloe Grace. Okay. She sounds
Chloe
like
likes Jefferson's too.
she's a Jefferson's fan.
He apparently does.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up. Just a little brief discussion about what we think about Jefferson's. We'll wrap it up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Scott, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just look for Scott E. Sanders, or you can search by Scott E. Sanders.
Okay, Scott E. Sanders. Okay, fair enough. Justine, how about you?
Wait.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze, and also at ABV Network Shop.
All right, McNew.
You can find me on Instagram as Miss_McNew. And if you have questions about our club, email me, mcnew@abvnetwork.com.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, and that's abvnetwork.com. And you want to check that thing out because everything that we do is out there. Our blogs are out there. Our old shows are out there. Club information, Patreon information. Anything that we do, you can find it right there at abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
All right, gang. Well, thanks for listening to this bonus show. Thanks for you that have watched it on the Patreon page as well. So we got a video edition of that. That's always fun. And for our audience, of course, we'll have a brand new show for you guys tomorrow, both the regular Bourbon Daily Show, as well as on the ABV Network channel, a bonus edition here of the Bourbon Advent Calendar. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.